Awesome. Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to the Show Must Go On line. And today's guest is Kimberly Marable. How are you doing today?
So good. So good. I'm excited to be seeing you.
So much fun. It's so funny, like the progression of when you see people in Broadway and on Broadway, and just like how the journey we all go through from like, the first time I've actually only seen Hadestown once, which is absurd because it is a top two favorite musical of mine. And I was
Yes.
actually about to go the day that it was shut down,
No
ironically.
way.
Yeah, because that
That's
was
crazy.
John Krause was going to make his debut, right?
Yes, yes.
So it's just crazy how life happens. And like, have y'all been chatting in like the Hadestown family?
We have and we have not. We have, kind of absence makes the heart grow fonder kind of way. But we've definitely been checking in with each other, especially most recently because we celebrated our 1 year anniversary of opening the show, which was super special. And we have like baby showers coming up and just chatting just to check in and make sure everybody's okay. So we've been in contact, but also like letting everyone take a second to breathe and really take in where we are at this time.
Yes.
So it's been a little of both.
Yes. And we have some people saying hi. My mom, Tanya, shalom. Thank you for tuning in.
Hi, hey mom.
And then Kim is saying hi from one Kimberly to another.
Hey Kim.
This is perfect. And so, what was kind of that process like of finding out, like, hey, we're going to do a show tonight, and then it's like, oh, we're not, and we don't know the next time we will?
Yeah, it was a very bizarre day. So, to give you the full detail, we were actually rehearsing Jewel to prepare for her put in for Persephone. So, we were all at the theater. Not all of us, but most of us, about half the cast was at the theater rehearsing. And we have some new cast members who are also coming in. So they had come to the theater to start rehearsals. And the producers and general manager came in. Meanwhile, there had been like whisperings about throughout rehearsal. People had their phones like, I hear the governor said this. What is happening? And so finally they came straight from their meeting at the league and came to the theater and said, we've been shut down. We're trying to figure out what that means. We don't really know because it's a government order. We just know that at 5 o'clock we have to go. And so we sort of continued rehearsal at that point. And then we had a company-wide group phone call at around 3. And they just said, this is what's happening. You can get your pay stub. Let's go have a last drink at Glass House Tavern. And everybody be safe, be healthy. But yeah, that was the last time we saw everybody in person. It was March 12th. And it's been a long time. I mean, Zoom has been super helpful to see each other digitally, but it's been a while.
It is so crazy for Broadway because it is that like in-person medium, like
Mhm.
all other like TV shows and movies, like even if their production set went down, like maybe they can still get some work done. But with
Right.
Broadway, it's like this in-person stuff. But thankfully, we have cast albums and we have those live performances.
Definitely.
Have you been watching like any, whether it be like Hadestown's stuff online or like Legally Blonde the musical and Newsies are on TV?
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. I have not. I've been trying to sort of reconnect with Kimberly and just reconnect with things that I like to do. More reading. I've been practicing Kung Fu a lot, taking classes, and been setting up my voiceover studio so I can work from home like normal people, I guess. And connecting with family. We've been doing did you know that you can have game night on Zoom? Because I know it's fancy. You can, there's like a free Uno app.
Oh.
So you can play Uno and then Zoom with your family. Yep. And everybody's doing all the things and you're just playing Uno on your phone. So I've just been doing a lot of cooking and just trying to do that. Every once in a while, I'll sing along to the soundtrack just because it's awesome music and just to remember the show, too, because who knows when we're coming back.
It's so crazy. And there's going to have to be like a bunch of rehearsal time because people are just away from the show for so long. It's
definitely. Yeah, definitely. I mean, based on science, I don't know that we're coming back for June 7th. But even if we were, like, we would need to have at least a week of rehearsals, if not more, just to get everybody back to show shape, you know?
Right. Exactly. And I think like recently, like a few days ago, they said like nothing in New York the month of June, something like they expanded it. Like that whole like famous quote, like, don't take what Broadway thinks is like
right.
for anything.
Yeah. Yeah. Man. You know, we're all just trying to have a sense of normalcy in this craziness, and it's new for everybody. So I'm sure that people are trying to hold on to as much as possible until it's really like obvious that it can't move forward until later.
What do you think it's gonna be like that first performance back?
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be like electric insanity.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh gosh, I have an Andre quote and I just forgot. What did he say? All of you Hadestown fans, what did he say when we were on the Today Show? It's like existential, irreplaceable ecstasy or something. It'll be that. Whatever he said, that's what it's going to be. No, but seriously, like, we're going to be so excited to be around each other. And our show in particular is just so magical and cathartic, and you feel all the feels, all the joy, all the sorrow, all the everything. And I don't know about you, boys. I don't know. I don't know about you, but like there are so many Hadestown songs that are just appropriate for right now. And I think that once we get back to singing it live and doing it live and feeling those feelings and sharing that emotional journey with the audience, it's going to be crazy in a good way. So yeah, I'm excited to get back. I'm sure everyone is excited to be back no matter where you are in the theater.
Yeah.
See you then.
My friend Claire is saying that she's been going a bit stir crazy, stuck in the mud, you know. And it's just like, it's so appropriate, and the whole spring will come again. You know, it will. And I've been like repeating that. Like, I know Broadway's been saying like it's only intermission. I feel like those two have been like the calling cards of this time.
Definitely.
You have to think about, that's why I'm wearing my like a flower type
yes, very spring-like for Earth Day.
Yes, Earth
my
Day.
My flowers the same.
Yes, I love it.
Thank you.
And people are saying like there should be Broadway from home productions. Well, I know that it's like I saw Brandon Urie did one, or there, but it's like it's too. There's nothing like that in-person Broadway. I will sneak peek. We will have a song for you today. But like, you know, it's such a crazy idea of like that whole Broadway thing, even with the Legally Blonde, like we were talking about, Newsies that were filmed professionally. Whenever I watch them, I go, oh, I just want to see them live again.
Yeah. Well, also, even just from a technological standpoint, like, you have a live person in front of you, or you have like a 3 to 6 inch person in front of you. Like, there's only so much that you're gonna get out of that. You know, there's so many blanks that you have to fill in emotionally and just tactily, just to experience what you could experience live, you know.
So true. And our Hadestown fans are amazing. Miss Awkward Awesome on YouTube said, Andre said, irreplaceable ecstasy.
That's it. That's it. Irreplaceable ecstasy.
Gosh.
We're all going to feel it once again when spring comes back.
When spring comes back.
Yes.
I love Andre. When he won the Drama Desk Award, we were all there like taking photos and interviews, and he just walks down, cool cat, with his like Hermes shoes, and you're just like, you are the coolest person alive.
Yep, he is. Hands down.
What is it like being in a cast with him?
It's insane. Like some days he's just Andre sitting in the cut. And some days he just drops the most inspirational pearls of wisdom that you're like, how are you human? Like, what is happening? And then sometimes you're like, Andre, Uncle Andre. Yeah. You really want to say that?
Yes.
Really? No, but he's wonderful and just the kindest walking masterclass to work with. It is a gift to work with him, for sure.
Definitely. Yeah, very much. It was one of those when he won the Tony, it was everyone kind of took like a collective breath, like, okay, good, we can move on now.
Yeah. Oh gosh. I just remember watching that. So by the time it was that point in the Tony Awards, we were the only cast left in the holding area. It was unreal just watching that. I'm getting chills now, just remembering how long he's been at this and how long he's been doing the work and setting the example for all of us, both in terms of the craft and in terms of humanity, and also in terms of perseverance and determination. Things may not go my way, I'm gonna do it anyway. Yeah. And it could not have gone to a better human. Very, very proud of him.
So that whole Tony night must have just been bonkers for the Hadestown cast, because like this was like excitement. And my friend Jody actually went to the show the next night, and I was so jealous I didn't like think of that ahead of time. I'm like, yep, that would have been amazing. Like, what was it from that point of view?
Unreal. It was my first Tony Awards, so that in itself was just insane. And, you know, having to be at the theater at 6:00 in the morning to do the dress rehearsal and then do a matinee and then have the Tonys and then the party, and we won everything. And what was also cool is they filmed the creative awards before the live broadcast. So we were actually backstage watching as our people won their Tonys. So we got to like hug them and like really take them in and celebrate them for their accomplishments and just celebrating the show as a group. And it was just unreal. And then the show, so they brought the Tony on stage, and it was just irreplaceable ecstasy. I mean, that's it. You can't, there are no other words. Yeah. It was an incredible situation. Yeah.
I could only imagine. My friend Elisa saying hi. She's Dr. Drama. If you see that, she's been posting some really great stuff, and we always go back and forth. If there's ever like Hadestown news, we just text like, "Did you see this?"
Yeah.
Her and my friend Jackie are like my go-to, and Ashley, whose birthday's on Monday.
Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday.
Oh, she'll love that. It's just like, you know, there are so many things to still look forward to in these crazy times. right?
Mm-hmm.
Like spring will come again. There will be like you can still celebrate your birthday indoors. My boyfriend John actually had his birthday like last week. I'm trying to think what day it was now. And
Yeah.
my friend Lisa helped get him this really cool Hamilton cake. It was like stunning and
Wow.
like from this like bakery, and it's like people are so talented. I could not make anything close to
Yeah.
that. But there's still so many like positive things that like it makes you realize the things you miss, right? You miss the live things, you miss the hugs and the friendships and
Mm.
stage door. I mean, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. I look forward to when we're able to really have human interactions in that way, in a way that's, healthy for everyone, obviously. But yeah, I do miss that. I miss human interactions and just walking to the store and seeing people's faces, not a mask.
Yeah.
Or, either because they're wearing a mask or because my glasses are fogged up, but I can't see because of my mask. You understand. But,
That's been a
yeah,
struggle.
it definitely is putting a lot of things into perspective of just the joys of human life. Yeah. But I will say, especially in honor of Earth Day, it has been really incredible to just watch nature from my window. I live on a tree-lined street. I'm like looking at it now. I live on a tree-lined street, and just to see the buds coming in, and there's like a tree catty corner. I don't know where they say that. We don't say that as I'm from New York.
Yeah.
I never grew up saying that. I don't know where I got it from. Anyway, diagonally across the street, there's a tree that when we started the shutdown was like bare and had little tiny, tiny, tiny buds. It's almost fully grown in now. So it's just been really cool to just see the world in a different lens versus just passing through to get to wherever I'm going.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. And I'm very lucky here in Washington State. I'm also a true New Yorker, but with all the situation, I live with my now 91-year-old grandma. She just celebrated her birthday, which was very exciting. Thank goodness for WhatsApp.
Yes.
And it's one of those things where you're like, well, I can't stay there. I can't stay with a 91-year-old person during this pandemic. And
Right.
so I was very fortunate to come out here. And, I have a dog here and there's like nature. And especially for Earth Day, I mean, unfortunately, it's like downpouring here. So I can't
Okay.
do like the walk around the backyard. But I've been so fortunate. Like, I could not imagine. I'm sending so much love to all the New Yorkers and everyone who's like stuck inside all the time, because like I take Slim out for a walk and it's just like, oh yeah, like it makes me so grateful for those moments, because I
Mm-hmm.
know that not everyone has that. And I agree with you that you realize the things that maybe you would have been like, oh, I'm just taking my dog for a walk. But now you look at it so differently.
Definitely. Definitely. Yeah. Even just opening your window, getting some fresh air, you know. Yes, I don't know weather and all that. We had tornado warnings yesterday,
Oh
so
my
the rain
God.
was here yesterday. But like having the windows somewhat open, a safe level of open during the storm was really fascinating, and just looking at the clouds and listening to the rain. It's been nice to slow down a bit,
Hmm.
you know.
Yeah, slowing down is certainly good. So I'm gonna rewind back to the week.
Hadestown.
I hope everyone at home is just enjoying our like dance moves here.
So too, because I am.
Yes. It was so much fun seeing you in Broadway in the boroughs, which is
Yes.
such a wonderful thing, and to be in your borough specifically, like for everyone who doesn't know, like the week, I guess, starting of the Tonys, I don't know if they had one the week before, but it was like Fridays, I want to say at noon, they had two Broadway performances in a different borough every week. And it was so amazing to be able to connect with people, not just like Broadway and Bryant Park, which I love, and Broadway Under the Stars, but really bringing like Broadway to the people and making it so much more accessible. So what was that like for you?
That was amazing. As you said, I'm born and raised from Brooklyn, New York, where they had the performance at Restoration is like 10, 15 blocks from where I grew up. And like saw neighbors and cousins at the show. My brother came. So it was just a cool like hometown girl moment that doesn't always get to happen for me. And so that on a personal note was really fun and awesome. But it also was the first time that I was able to perform Persephone stuff. Like not in the, I had been on a couple times, in the show, but just on a public level, that was really cool to be a part of and to share our music. The band that day was banging. So I feel like there was some extra stank on it. I got to enjoy, and yeah, it was a really, really fun experience to just bring some Broadway back to Brooklyn.
I love that. And I feel like maybe it's a social media thing. Maybe it's these days with Hadestown and Hamilton, and I know with Be More Chill, but there's so much love for understudies and swings.
Definitely. I've been in this business for a while. I've understudied many a part, and I have to say I have never felt the appreciation and love that I feel now. So thank you all very much. Yes. It really makes us feel good. It makes it because we're working hard, and a lot of times we are the understudy because we can do it all. Yep. So your love is appreciated. Yeah. Definitely.
It's one of the coolest parts this year of having the YouTube channel is, I get notifications anytime someone like comments on something, and I'll have like on all of these videos like, ooh, now I want to see her go on, or oh, I love them as, Orpheus and Eurydice. I'd love to see them as a pair. And like, it's really cool to see that people aren't just saying like, oh man, I wish I could have seen the original cast. Like, it's so cool that people are embracing like what the world could be.
Yeah, definitely. Yes. Yes, lovely Hadestown plug as well. Yeah, we're getting all the lines in there.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about being like a theater reporter is I've always been that person that just loves to throw a theater reference into a conversation, and people either didn't get it or they were like, "Okay, SHO, we get it." But now it's like my job.
No, it's very impressive, actually.
I will remind my friends of that who still continue to tease me. Yes. And I love like the workers are working so hard, especially like, 'cause that's like your name. And I love that the different costumes in the show, like those second act costumes of y'all in those workers, like those like are banging.
Yeah. That I have never owned a pair of leather anything. Maybe a jacket. But you can't go wrong with leather overalls. They look good on everybody. Literally. And ours have a little stretch so that they're like a little extra hugging. You work extra hard.
Might have to get myself a pair.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
And, sorry, you go.
Oh no, that was it.
Sometimes with these Zoom calls, there's like wait, what?
Totally.
But Elisa is saying swings and understudies are the superheroes of Broadway, and I will snap to that.
Yes.
I couldn't understand the idea of learning one role. I couldn't understand the idea of like, maybe knowing two, but like y'all who know like 2, 3, sometimes 4 or 5, and then you have to like change in a moment's notice, blows my mind.
Yeah. It's pretty exciting in many ways. Definitely stressful sometimes. And I've had my fair share, particularly with this show, of like crazy situations of going on for parts that I don't understand. But yeah, it's a skill set for sure that is partially acquired, but I think you also kind of just have to have a great multitasking mindset in that way, to kind of pick up things quickly, but also, compartmentalize certain things and always having your eyes open on where you should be in case people aren't able to shove you with love. Yeah, it is definitely a difficult job, but a rewarding one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that like the first time you went on for Persephone?
Well, that was exciting. I actually almost went on before 2 weeks before that, though. I almost went on May 1st. Now, mind you, we had opened April 17th. So I had no rehearsals. I'd been like learning on my own, keep my head low. What is Amber doing up here? Actually, I did that a lot for all of the things that I understand. Yes, because you gotta keep your eyes open. And had been learning the music on my own in my voice lessons. And May 1st came, that matinee, they called it 11:15, and said there's a 57% chance you may be on today. I said, I don't know what 57% means, but okay. I'm on my way. And so I ran to the theater. We started singing through the show because they had never heard me sing the music aside from my auditions back in December. So we were singing through the music, and around 12:45, we discovered I was not going on, but we finished the show, like singing through the show. Went through like the Epic 3 dance with T, because that I had not seen. And then, yeah, I was on 2 weeks later, which was super exhilarating. And it was better and less stressful because I had some rehearsal at that point. But yeah, it was, to answer you directly, it was magical. I just love playing that role. This show is just so special in general, but yeah, Persephone is just so great. Yeah, so I had a great time.
Yay! Yeah, I definitely, it's so cool the idea of being able to go back to a show a few times and seeing different people in different roles and seeing how
Mhm.
you each have your own little like magical spin on it. So
Definitely.
that's one of the things I'm most excited for when Broadway does come back, because you remember like, oh, I remember this moment or I remember that, but it's just like, oh, I love Broadway. And like, is it weird for you guys that you don't get to see as many other shows because you're in your own show?
Yes, it is weird and sometimes depressing. Like, case in point, I really wanted to see Beetlejuice. And now, unless they do get another house, I don't get to see it. I was supposed to be on vacation the week after the shutdown began.
Wow.
And so I was going to go see shows. I was going to go to Puerto Rico, come back and see a couple shows, and Beetlejuice was on the list.
Oh.
Yeah, it just, yeah. It's difficult, but you try and make it happen.
Right.
And thankfully, I mean, I know that the producers and marketing and box office sales people don't do it for me. But I am appreciative of alternate show schedules because it makes it a little easier to get out there and see other things.
Exactly. Yeah, I've heard that before. And I had Alex Brightman on The Show Must Go Online segment, and
he's hilarious.
So funny.
Hey, Alex, you got a fan from afar. I've only ever seen your press performances. I'm very, very impressed that you memorized a whole different version of the same song for every single scenario. Kudos to you, sir. Bravo.
Yeah, that Thanksgiving Day performance was so much fun to see all the rehearsals of like
Yeah.
all the different performances and like Alex, how do you do it? Maybe I'll have him back on and I'm gonna specifically ask him like how do you memorize? Because it's similar like what you were saying with the Tony Awards is that you have like your matinee and then you have that like they had what you had like a show, then you had rehearsal, then you had a
Mhm.
show, and then you had the Thanksgiving Day performance. Like
Mhm.
it's crazy.
Yeah, yeah, he is a wonder to behold. Please do ask him.
I will.
How him inquiring minds would like to know.
Perfect. I will. I'm gonna give some people more shout outs who are commenting below, and thank y'all for commenting and asking questions. I absolutely love it. Um,
Yay!
okay, might pronounce your name wrong. That's on me. You have an awesome name. Deansy says Brooklyn represent. Love
Oh
that.
yeah.
And
Hey,
then
dude.
Keely says the chant are the most underrated, and I stand by that. And that's sad because they are some of the most ensemble incorporated songs. And then Sky says strongly agree with that statement.
Yes, yes. I would agree with all of that. It's interesting. So the chants, I would say, um, are the songs that changed the most over the course of the life of the show. And, you know, they sort of had to change story wise because they fine tuned the story that we were telling. But it's definitely one of the best things to sing because literally everyone is singing on stage, which is super cool. And there's only 13 of us on stage, so it's nice to have everyone being present.
Yeah. Do you have like a favorite moment in the show that you get to do or that you like to watch?
One? No, of course I have more than one. I have several, and it changes every day.
Yes. Yes.
Let's see. One of them, obviously, living it up. I mean, this dance party.
Yes.
You can't go wrong. Our Lady of the Underground, the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Love doing it. Love watching it. Amber's crazy. We know that, and we love her. She's just a wonder. What else? I love If It's True. Like the chance, I think that it's one of the most underrated songs in the show. And the lyrics are incredibly poignant, kind of in a fight the power. We're all in this together and we should be standing by our fellow humans kind of way. Mm-hmm. And the harmonies took us forever to get. So please listen to those harmonies because they're really intricate and interesting. Like you don't hear music like that. And harmonies like that, especially on Broadway, but in music in general. And it's really a beautiful song. Yeah, the answer to your question is Hadestown. That's my favorite moment.
Fair. Yep.
Period.
Yeah, so I remember, so the first time I saw Hadestown was in previews, which I'm very grateful about because that was like before everything got crazy and unavailable to get tickets. I'm gonna turn that. Oh, I'm sorry, everyone. I had my phone right up against the camera. The camera's weird on this computer. It's like down here rather than up there. And my phone, which is how I'm like seeing all the comments, it's right there. I'm sorry for that. Like I know I like hate those like tiny little things. Anyway, so my friend got us tickets for Hadestown the day after I got press tickets to see The Lightning Thief because we thought, oh, this is perfect. We'll see a back-to-back like Greek mythology. I love Greek mythology. I took like 2 classes in college on Greek mythology, like studied abroad in Rome. Like
amazing.
Hardcore into the fandom. And so like, he's like, do you want to go? I was like, obviously, but I intentionally like didn't know really anything about it other than there was like a lot of hype. And we're sitting there and like crazy fortunate that we got like close seats. And halfway through the first act, I was like, this is about to win everything. Like, you just, like, there's this, like, perfect magical, like, energy about the show that
Yeah,
just, like, it's like and like to have the females like at the top, is just like amazing for the writer and the director and like producer. Like, I love how inclusive it is, and it's just like you can tell. I'm gonna go back to Hamilton because it's my other favorite show, but you could tell that how everything was really worked together, that it
definitely.
wasn't just one part and then like, oh, the choreography, oh, the directing, oh, the ensemble. Like, I love how forward the ensemble members are in a cast that also has these like epic, you know, like stars that we were talking about. It's just like so great to see that whole work of art.
Definitely. Definitely. And it's super special to be a part of too, just because there aren't other shows that do that, especially on purpose, to really, like you said, show how the world could be. It's amazing that it's not like Sister Act in that we're in a convent, but there are more women than men on stage.
Yeah.
There are more female principals. There are people of all ethnicities, cultures, religions, non-religions. There's everybody is there, and everybody's on the same team, and we are all working together to tell the same story. And it was like that from day one. And I think, like you alluded to, the work shows that we were all in it together.
That's amazing. Yeah, I love to hear it. And mentioning, like, so you've been in this business like a good amount of time. Like, what's it like, being in some of the other shows and now in Hadestown?
Oh, it's a world of difference. I mean, I'm very thankful for the career that I've had, and I certainly believe that all of those shows and things that I've done have sort of led me to being where I am today. And just like Hadestown will lead me to whatever is next, whenever it's next. I mean, I'm not saying I'm going anywhere. Anyway, but yeah, this show is, I get to be an actor. Like, no matter who I am, I get to be an actor. And that is excellent in a selfish way, but also in the truest, like, purest way of being a theater practitioner, is that I get to be an actor, I get to be a storyteller, and I get to share that theatrical experience, not only with my fellow actors in the band and all of the people who make Hadestown happen, but I get to really engage with the audience too, in the best ways, and sing kick-ass music and amazing choreography and swing some lights and wade through fog. No, but seriously, it's a special show to be a part of.
Amazing. Keely wrote, "Is it bad that I begged my mom for tickets just to hear the ensemble sing? I think not. I'm seeing it for my 16th birthday, so I'm super excited."
Yeah, sweet 16.
Yes. And Kayla says, yes, it's such a magical piece. And Claire, my girl, we went to Rome Study Abroad together, said, Broadway helps to lift people's spirits. Everyone will feel better when it's back. So
for sure. Very true.
So true. So I think this is a great transition because we would love to raise our cups to you. And hear a nice little song.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure that this is all together. I think we're gonna see if my technological skills are up to par. All right. Here we go. Pour the wine and rain spill a drop for Orpheus, wherever he is now. Some birds sing when the sun shines bright. Our praise is not for them, but the ones who sing in the dead of night. We raise our cups to them. Wherever he is wandering, alone upon the earth, let all our singing follow him and bring him comfort. Some flowers bloom where the green grass grows. Our praise is not for them, but the ones who bloom in the bitter snow. We raise our cups to them. We raise our cups and drink them up. We raise them high and drink them dry to Orpheus and all of us. Good night, brothers. Good night. Yes.
Beautiful. Thank you.
No, thank you for having me and for hydrating with me.
We gotta hydrate. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to, speaker view. Awesome. I've learned in these new technology ways that I can have it like side by side for the interview and then make it like speaker view so it's just you in the view screen for the performance. Learning so much.
Amazing.
And everyone is commenting, beautiful, true talent, thank you. It makes them so happy. You are truly lifting spirits.
Yay! Thank you.
Thank you.
I hope you all are hydrating too.
Yes.
If not, go lift your cup and get some water.
Exactly. I know. I've been drinking out of this nice little chalice because it makes drinking water more fun.
Mm-hmm.
Truly. So I always like to ask people if there are any nonprofits, anything for them to look out for with you. Of course, there's, Broadway Cares, Equity Fights Aid, and the Actors Fund. If that's what you were going to say, you can say that too. I always just love to throw those out there.
Yeah. Well, definitely those two organizations are super important right now. They are offering lots and lots and lots of assistance to many people who have suddenly found themselves without work. On a pseudo personal level, one of the affiliate organizations of Broadway Cares Equity Fights AIDS is Broadway Serves, an organization that I co-founded with some folks. And essentially our mission is to provide theater professionals with community service opportunities. We tend to do a lot of boots on ground opportunities. And because of that, we haven't formally organized anything just to ensure that everyone is being safe and staying home. But that being said, there are a lot of things that you can do from home, whether it's making masks, donating food, donating, PPE if you have access to it, or even if it's just clapping out your window at 7:00. There are a lot of ways that we all as humans can be the best humans and the most generous humans that we can be. So that's what I got for you.
Well said, my dear. Well said. And just for anyone who might be wondering from seeing some stuff on social media, like, will we see you back in Hadestown?
Yes, I'm gonna be there. If you saw something on social media, I encourage you to read the caption. I'm not going anywhere. I will be there when Hadestown reopens.
Excellent. Yes. We are very excited about that. I am So
Me too.
excited. Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. And
Yeah.
if y'all haven't seen Hadestown, like when it comes back, honestly is one of those shows that, like, especially before the Tonys came out, like anyone who I could grab and be like, go see Hadestown, it's about to explode. Go see Hadestown. You know,
Yeah.
it's just, it's so much joy and it's so wonderful and meaningful and will, like, have your heart just go in a roller coaster but kind of sew it back. And like
Mhm.
there's just so much positivity and so, like, just listen. If you watch, I have a Hadestown playlist on my bwaySHO YouTube channel, and
Oh,
y'all can
cool.
listen all the shows, all the ones that I filmed, like at Broadway in the boroughs, or like Broadway Con. Uh, they're all there. And you can just hear how relatable the songs are, like right now. Like,
Mhm.
spring will come again, and just the idea of, like, you're alone now, didn't even know you were lonely. Well, you're gonna find someone. Like, there's just so many aspects. Anais Mitchell is just a genius.
Yeah. Prolific, prophetic, possibly. I don't know.
Yeah,
But just amazing. Lovely, lovely. And
um,
it got a new baby too. So she's just great.
yes, her, Rachel, they're all just like, everyone is, the whole Hadestown team is just snaps.
Incredible.
Snaps. Mari Fix says, when I saw Hadestown, it was the greatest moment in my life. I got to see the people I look up to right in front of me. I feel that. I feel your all caps. Like, it is so true. Like, just, I sometimes, and I kind of miss doing this because I would work in the theater district. I kind of just like walk by some of my favorite shows to see what it's like at the stage door. Just like it's like makes me feel happy just to see the interactions. And I
Mhm.
see, like, sometimes these like teenagers are crying, like they like can't wait to meet y'all. Like, it's just the passion. And like I got to film with Marathon Digital a few times, and like seeing the Mardi Gras night, like you guys just have this connection with like the audience. It's just so strong.
Yeah, it's really special. Like I was saying earlier, this fandom is certainly something new for me personally. But it's been really exciting and different and cool to have such a strong connection with the audience for sure.
Is there anything else that you came into today saying like, ooh, I really want to get that out there, or let people know, even if it's self promote?
Yeah, no, come see Hadestown.
Yep.
We're itching to get back as soon as it's safe to do so. Um, and I hope that all of you are doing what you need to do to be safe and to be healthy, staying home, washing your hands a billion times, and also putting lotion on. And yeah, just check on, be kind, check on your neighbor, check on your family, check on your friends, and we're gonna get through this together.
Yes, we will. And thank y'all so much for watching today. I see a lot of my Showtreons out there. That's my new bwaySHO Patreon. Y'all have been
Yeah,
amazing. Yeah, y'all have been so helpful in these crazy times. So I shout you out. Thank you for being awesome. And we will see you at the show whenever it comes back. We'll see you there.
yes, spring will come again.
Spring will come again. Bye, y'all.
Bye.